everyone, I am Amanda from Mainland Plans. Welcome back for my October flip through. Here we are starting with the monthly spread. We did have a pretty eventful month and it's only going to get busier and busier as the year ends. So then flipping it to the weekly pages, this is actually when I kind of started to feel a little uneasy about how I was using the weeks, the weekly spreads. I was finding that it wasn't completely 100% functional for me, and so I was trying to experiment with different layouts, and so I did a pen only here, and then I did a mostly pen, some washi and decorative things, just to kind of make it, I mean, to be honest, this is a little overwhelming to look at, and it helps me to do a little bit of color or stickers every once in a while to help things pop off the page so that I'm not looking at more or less a complete jumbled mess. And so this helped me kind of focus a little bit more on what was happening. And then this week I actually went back to stickers, and you will see that I did not keep up with it. And there's more of that coming too. So I kind of more or less went back to my old way of doing the stickers for the weekly, except I threw a couple of different things in. I was trying the priorities at the top when I was doing this with my pen only. That really worked, having a top 3. And so I kept that, but then I only used it a couple of days. I didn't use my water trackers, I didn't do my steps or my social tracking or writing in my workouts. I just really didn't, or the weather, like this week just didn't happen in my planner. This week was a little bit better. I did some of my top 3s. I didn't always go in and check them off when I did them. I sort of did some water tracking and meal tracking and social media tracking, and then the week kind of happened. It was mission conference weekend, so it was a crazy weekend. And then this week, I am filming this today, and look, it still looks as perfectly beautiful as when I laid it all down. I have not touched it at all. I didn't even put in my in-laws' flight information, sermon notes, nothing. So the beginning of the month, this is when I started to toy around with the idea of changing things up, and then I couldn't figure it out, and so I got frustrated and I just went back to what I was used to. And even though it wasn't 100% functional, I said, well, it's better than nothing, and I kept doing it, and clearly it's just not working for me anymore right now. So I did not do a plan with me for this next week. You may have noticed I have decided to do something completely different. I am only, at least for now, I might go back in and add some stickers, some washi eventually, but for right now, I am just going to use these as a like pen only, don't even care if they're cute, Instagram worthy, whatever, brain dump, future planning, because sometimes I have to put things somewhere and I don't know where to put them always, and so I put them on sticky notes and I forget to transfer them over, and then I forget important information. So I have to have a place where I can just put things down, don't care if they're cute. That being said, let's flip over to the dailies. So this was the beginning of the daily section for October, and I was really getting into a groove with the dailies. I was really starting to use them more, and I think, with the exception of this day, I think one of the reasons that my weekly spreads kind of fell off the wagon is because I was doing so much better in my dailies. I was using them here. We just had like a washi test page for a haul that I got, and I was doing a lot better about consistently using them, so much so that I decided to go back to 1 full page per day. And I tried that out for a couple of weeks and I really liked it, but I was noticing, you know, some extra space every here and there, but I love the flexibility of having a giant to-do list if I needed it. And often, let's be honest, I need it. Here, with the Saturday and Sunday, I only add half, and so I think for the next week I did go ahead and combine it and do the weekend instead, so I wasn't wasting a page. Again, still a day per daily. Really enjoying the daily stickers, kind of how they were intended to be used, 1 per day. In the past when I had used these, I would split up my page and do like a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And that worked, but that limited my list of to-dos. So I couldn't put everything down that I wanted to. So anyway, yes, here I did do the weekend, and then I had a little spot for my next week, which I really enjoyed. And then, brace yourselves, if you are squeamish. Okay, sorry, some of you really might not appreciate what I have tried, but it's my planner and I love it. So it has been completely functional for me. What I have done is a Dutch door. So I still have my weekly up here with stickers. They fit because the grid spacing is still the same. I have just condensed it and I have only put the important things that are going on these days. Most of the time I know what time things start, and even though I mostly use my weekly views in the timeline as it's intended, I was noticing it was just a lot for my brain to process, and really I just need the highlights of the day. I cannot do without this. I thought about just doing the day per page, but I have to have a month or a week at a glance. I just have to. It has to be vertical. It cannot be horizontal. I tried thinking about moving to a Hobonichi weeks and that's too small, and horizontal my brain does not. I don't want to have to flip it. So this is what we came up with. I still have a page per day of to-dos, and my Ollie clip fits the way that I cut it. It keeps it open, and so if I just flip and it's Monday or Tuesday, it keeps it on Tuesday. If it's on the weekend, it just takes a quick push here to kind of make those lay that way. So I have my daily to-dos. I still have some step tracking, some water tracking a little next week, meals, and then some social tracking. I am gonna mix this up just a little bit for the next week. I need to think that through a little bit more before I finalize all of that to show you. But this little Dutch door has really been the answer to me, and so I am planning on going through and doing that at least as of now for the rest of the year, and using my weeklies kind of as a brain dump. Questions are probably going to be asked in the comments, so let me address them before you even think about it. Will I get a day free instead and use that so that I don't have to white out the dates? And the answer is yes and no. I did purchase day frees when they came out yesterday, or the night before yesterday, whenever it is that I'm filming this, several days ago. I did purchase an A5, actually 2 A5s and an A6, because at the time I still wasn't 100% sure about how to use the weekly section, but I have decided to just use that as a brain dump, future planning type thing. So I am not going to use the day free for this. I have some other ideas that I might use that for, and I did get an A6 too, just to show you guys and kind of compare them in a video for you. But as of now, I am still planning on doing this in my Avec for 2020. So let me know what you think about this Dutch door idea, and put any questions that you have down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.